What's up, YouTube? SNK Gaming here, welcoming you back to another week of the UBC, guys. Today we have our Week 2 battle against Devin, coach of the Texas Nightmare. Today I'm going to go ahead and run through our team real quick. I'm actually putting the team builder and the battle in the same video, which is something I've never done before. I want to try it out, see how it works. And we'll decide whether or not we like it, and we'll keep it, or if we'll switch it up and do something else. But starting off our team today, guys, I'm actually going to run through his team real quick. His team consists of Gengar, Alakazam, Vaporeon, Hydreigon, Flygon, Starmie, Ninetales, Zebstrika, Frostless, Mega Steelix, and Jumpluff. So definitely a threatening team, guys. The Hydreigon, of course, is a threat, along with that Gengar and Alakazam. Vaporeon is, of course, a huge wall threat. He can wall out a lot of my Mons. Starmie, of course, is always a threat, especially if it's running Choice Scarf, because it outspeeds everything on my team if it is Choice Scarfed. Zebstrika is always a threat. Mega Steelix is just bulky as mess. Flygon can have some shenanigans. It can either run special or physical. Not really sure what Jumpluff is going to do, or Frostless. I guess Frostless could set up spikes or whatever. But I'm going to run through my team real quick, guys. We have Aggron, our Mega Aggron. He is our physical wall. He does have full special defense investment, though, so he can live a hit from certain things and fire back pretty hard. We have 248 in HP, 8 in attack, and with Heavy Slam, Earthquake, Ice Punch, and Stealth Rock. He is just in there to set up rocks and then deal as much damage as he can before he dies. Because he is our primary physical wall, but I also have a backup just in case he dies rather early. It's not the end of the world. Because I do kind of want him to go in and deal some damage because his attack stat, base 110, is just so high. We have Impish Nature just because even though he does have special defense investment, again, he is our physical wall. But I just want him to not get absolutely blown back by a physical attack as long as he's not super effective. You know what I mean? Next up, we have Photosynthesis, our Crasilly, holding the weakness policy with the Storm Drain ability. Now, this I'm actually really excited about for this battle because I want to bait in Vaporeon with Aggron and then switch on to Crasilly, hopefully predicting a Scald, get the Storm Drain special attack boost, and then hopefully he goes for Ice Beam, and I can get a weakness policy boost and go up to +3. And between Earth Power, Giga Drain, and Mirror Coat, I can do a lot of damage to his team. I have Substitute on there just to prevent taking some damage. If I can get behind the sub, then I can prevent losing Crasilly too quickly. Like if Hydreigon decides to come in, I can Mirror Coat. Instead of taking the whole flamethrower, I can just Mirror Coat and dish it back. So that's kind of the mindset with that. I'm excited to use this. I hope it works out. It may not. It is kind of a high risk, high reward thing. Because he is my only like special sweeper per se. But if it works out, it could really put in a dent on his team. And I'm really excited to see if it works out or not. 248 in HP just so we can set up multiple subs. 8 in special attack, 252 in special defense with a Modest Nature. Modest, +3 Crasilly, 1 hits fully specially defensive Vaporeon. That's the one thing I calced because I figured that would be like my biggest yay, alright, I did it if it works out. Anything else just kind of a bonus. This is more just for fun. I just kind of wanted to see if this worked this week. And, you know, it might not, but if it does, it'd be really cool. Next up, we have Mulan, our Milotic, holding the leftovers with the Marvel Scale ability, just to kind of switch in to try to eat up some burns from the Gengar or the Ninetales, or maybe even the Frostless. With Scald, Recover, Ice Beam, and Light Screen. I figured Light Screen because he does have a lot of special attackers between Gengar, Alakazam, Hydreigon, potentially Flygon, Starmie, Ninetales. Almost his entire team is specially attacking, is special. The Flygon could be physical, the Zebstrika could be physical, and the Steelix is probably physical, but everything else is special, so setting up a light screen could really, really help me, just preventing taking as much damage as I would. That can also help with Photosynthesis, getting off a Mirror Coat, because we could live something that we might not live without the light screen. Scald, Recover, Ice Beam are pretty pretty fully specially defensive, just because Mexican Wall is our Aggron is our physical wall. Calm Nature, pretty standard Milotic set. Next up, we have Need Water, our Garchomp, holding the Choice Scarf for the Rough Skin ability. With Dragon Claw, Earthquake, Crunch, and Stealth Rock. Now, Dragon Claw, Earthquake were like pretty, yeah, no duh moves because Earthquake does a lot to most of his team other than Gengar and Hydreigon, Flygon because they have Levitate. But Dragon Claw was also pretty easy just because, you know, Dragon Claw does a lot of damage. Crunch was decently easy to come up with because Gengar, Alakazam, and Starmie all get hit super effectively with it. But I couldn't think of a fourth move. Like I couldn't. There wasn't anything that was like standing out to me. And I figured why not put Stealth Rocks on there? If I can get a free switch into him and predict the switch out from Hitmon, maybe instead of trying to get off, like if I switch in on Flygon and I know he's not Scarfed or whatever, and I know he's gonna switch out into Vaporeon, I might as well get up Rocks as opposed to just Earthquaking. So I figured it was better than just putting on some dinky. I mean, I could put Fire Fang on there, but that's really only gonna hit Jumpluff and kind of sort of Mega Steelix, but really not really. Iron Head's not really hitting anything. I could put Outrage on there, but I don't really like Outrage that much. I don't like being locked into things. Rock Slide's not really hitting anything except the Ninetales, which we have Earthquake for. Stone Edge, same deal, you know. And I thought about maybe not running Scarf, you know, like maybe doing like a Swords Dance variant, but I like Scarf Garchomp because it outspeeds pretty much it outspeeds everything except for Scarf Starmie, which I'm not really gonna keep Garchomp in on a Starmie, but it outspeeds Scarf Hydreigon by like 1 point, so I figured that was a good thing to have because then we can one hit him with the Dragon Claw, and that'd be a good kill to have. So yeah, that was my mindset behind this, and hopefully it works out. Hopefully he can put in a decent amount of work. I love Garchomp. He always is a threat, especially when he's Scarf, so hopefully it works out. Next up we have Lift Bro, which is our Machamp holding an Assault Vest with the No Guard ability. The reason he's Assault Vest and not Guts Flame Orb is because Assault Vest Machamp can live a Psychic from Alakazam and Gengar and then one hit them with a knockoff. So that's crucial because that would be a huge plus to get those things knocked out rather early. Maybe him not expecting the AV, maybe him expecting, you know, No Guard Choice Band or something, and be able to live a Psychic and deal off some big damage with that knockoff. That'd be great. Ice Punch, of course, for the Flygon and the Hydreigon. Dynamic Punch to hit everything except for the Gengar. And confuse it because Dynamic Punch is one of the best moves in the game, especially with No Guard. Thunder Punch for the Vaporeon because it does a decent amount of damage. It might even one hit. I'm actually going to calc that real quick because I am curious now. Let's see, Machamp. We are 252 Adamant versus Vaporeon. Dynamic Punch is doing over half, so that's good to know. Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch is doing about the same as Dynamic Punch, so maybe not the best idea, but it's better than nothing, you know. And it can hit the Starmie too, which I mean knockoff hits the Starmie too, but there wasn't really anything else I really wanted on here. Yeah, I mean there's not too much else. Power Up Punch maybe, but that would be kind of pointless because Machamp isn't really that bulky. Even with the Assault Vest, he's probably not gonna live too many hits. And I need him at full in order to live a Psychic from Alakazam and Gengar. So I'm happy with that moveset. That's what I'm going to use, and we'll call that a day. Next up, we have Hurricane, our Spiritomb, holding the leftovers with the Pressure ability because it is his only ability. Running Sucker Punch, Substitute, Pursuit, and Foul Play. I know this is all Dark type moveset for him, but I calced it, and a Brave with 4 EVs in attack, Sucker Punch can one-hit the Gengar and Alakazam, which is huge. Because again, those are 2 huge threats on his team. We can set up a sub, try to Pursuit Trap the Gengar, Alakazam potentially. Foul Play hits a lot of stuff. He really doesn't have that good of a moveset. We could have run Mixed, which I was debating for a little bit, but even then, he really only has Dark type moves, which kind of really sucks. I guess that's why Spiritomb is RU, especially considering his stats are phenomenal, but I guess that's why he is RU, because his move pool is just kind of trash. But anyways, guys, that is the team. I'm going to cut the video here, and then we will pick up as soon as I'm connected with the battle. Oh, excuse me. Now, this is a completely showdown league, so this will be a showdown battle, but I will see you guys in a couple minutes as soon as I'm connected. All right, guys, we are connected with Devin. We do see his team there. We see he brought both the Alakazam and the Gengar, along with the Steelix, the Flygon, Vaporeon, and Zebstrika. So definitely some threatening mons on his team. And actually, I'm going to cut this video real quick so I can pull this up. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I had to get damage calcs up in a separate window so that I could actually run damage calcs this game. Okay, so we see here that he has some really threatening stuff on his team. I knew he was going to bring the Vaporeon, but I was kind of hoping he wouldn't, just because I hate going against Vaporeon. But I still think we lead Mega Aggron, because he's probably going to lead Flygon here or Zebstrika to either U-turn or Volt Switch out, respectively. And I think Aggron is the best thing to deal with that. So that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do here. He leads the Zebstrika. Okay. So what if this thing has Overheat? What if this thing has Overheat? Let's see. Aggron. You have 252 in special defense. You are impish. And let's see. Let's go ahead and calc this modest choice specs. Let's make this worst case. Not choice band. Not choice band. You're not choice band. Overheat cannot kill us, and we can potentially knock this thing out with an Earthquake. And I don't want to overpredict and think that he's going to go out into Flygon, because I don't think he would do that. And I also don't think he'd go out into Gengar here. So I think we just click Earthquake, which is what we're going to do. We're going to Mega Evolve. He's going to stay in, go for the Overheat. We eat that up, we eat that up, we eat that up, we eat that up. And this Earthquake is going to knock out the Zebstrika. So that's Zebstrika down, and that's good. That's really, really good. That's really, really good. So that thing was obviously not specs. It was Life Orb, obviously, because we saw the Life Orb recoil. So definitely good call on my part putting in some special defense investment, or a lot of special defense investment on this Aggron, because we would not have been able to live that Overheat without that. And killing that Zebstrika is huge, because that reduces his Volt Turn core to just U-turn on Flygon, which is really, really big and really, really good. And Zebstrika is a huge threat. Without that, other than Energy Ball on Alakazam and Gengar, he doesn't really have an answer to my Milotic. Granted, except for Vaporeon, obviously, but that's another story. Okay, so now we have the Mega Steelix. So let's go ahead and Earthquake could knock us out. It has the potential to knock us out. We outspeed him unless he has speed investment. We could just get a Brox here and potentially live an Earthquake. That's calcing him full, like, you know, like, adamant full attack investment. And it's doing 41% max. So we could live it with a couple percent. And I kind of want to get Stealth Rocks up. We outspeed him unless he has a ton of speed investment, which I don't know why we'd put speed investment Steelix. So I think we're going to click Stealth Rock. He's going to Mega Evolve. We set up rocks. We live the EQ. We get the low roll on that EQ. If he was fully attack investment, that was the lowest roll he could have gotten. So, whew. All right. Now, I think at this point, how much is a foul play from Spiritomb doing? Not much, and he can really body us. Okay, let's see my low, not Miltank, my low tick. Okay. Scald's doing a lot, but we're not fully defensive, we're fully spedef. How much is he doing to me? Earthquake hurts. Earthquake hurts a lot, and Scald can't kill. So I feel like we have to let Aggron go down here, excuse me. Which I'm kind of okay with. It would kind of be nice to have this to check Flygon. But we do have Spiritomb. And I think that's our best play. So I'm going to click EQ, get off some damage, and just sack Aggron. Now we get a free switch in to, we could go into photosynthesis here, which could be nice. We could pop our weakness policy. Crasilly, you're fully specially defensive, modest. Ooh, no, heavy slam kills. Ooh, no, heavy slam kills. What about Garchomp? Earthquake doesn't kill, and heavy slam does a lot. Crap. We have to go out into Milotic. And we can live 1 EQ. So we can fire off a Scald, but that Vaporeon switch in is obvious. I guess we have to do that. That's our play. Unless we want to go into Machamp. Can Machamp one-hit this thing? Machamp. Dynamic Punch does not kill. He can't kill me. We could do that. We could go into Machamp. Yeah. Let's go into Machamp. The Dynamic Punch is obvious, but I don't want to predict. I could predict the switch. I could do that. Because he can't kill me. It would suck to lose that much HP, but we could always just Dynamic Punch next turn for the kill. So I'm going to knock off predicting the switch. He stays in. Crap. He has the Toxic. Okay. Alright. There's no way he's switching out now because he might think I'm Choice Banded. So I'm just going to Dynamic Punch and kill this thing. Or not kill this thing. He's going to live that. He's going to EQ us, and that's going to do a good amount of damage. This Toxic sucks. But we can just knock off. If he decides to switch out to preserve this Steelix, we can... Nope, he's not going to preserve that. Wow. Man. So he goes into Alakazam now, who for sure, of course, obviously outspeeds us. But we're going to click knockoff. He's going to Psychic. Okay. All right. So... with this, we can switch out into Garchomp, and as long as he's not Scarf, we outspeed him, and we can Crunch. He's Sash. That's fine, though, because he can't one... He hits Focus Blast us. Okay. All right. But we're just going to keep crunching. That's Alakazam down. In comes his Poseidon. We're going to switch out into Crasilly here. Because even if he Ice Beams us, we get our weakness policy up, and then we can start having some fun. He's going to Protect. Okay. So, I'm going to Giga Drain. Whatever, I just want to set up the sub here. Do I want to do that? If he's not fully speed, or if he's not speed invested, we outspeed him, which is cool. Let's do this. Let's Giga Drain. He Scalds us. We're Storm Drain, baby. What you gonna do to that? Nothing! Okay, Giga Drain. He's gonna Protect. That's fine. Oh, man. Alright, Giga Drain. He can't switch into Flygon because we're at +1 now. He's going to Wish. That's fine. We're taking down that Poseidon. That is a dead Vaporeon, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, now this will be really cool because if he Earthquakes us... Can we live an Earthquake, first of all? Let's, Crasilly... 252 in special defense. Can we live like a Choice Banded Earthquake from this thing? I'm sure we can, because it's only... Flygon. Let's make it 252. Adamant, Choice Banded. Earthquake cannot kill us. So, Not only can we get Giga Drain back, but we can also get our weakness policy. Earthquake. Weakness policy didn't activate? I guess it's not super effective. It's just neutral. That's lame. That's kind of lame. But I mean, we can just, do we speed tie? Oh, good play, good play, good play, good play. But that's fine because we just Dragon Claw here. And even if he switches into Gengar, it's going to do a big amount of damage. And he's shown that he's not faster than us because he couldn't even outspeed Crasilly. So we're going to Dragon Claw, and that's a dead Flygon. He switches out into Hades, which is his Gengar. We can just go into Spiritomb, I believe. I don't think he can one-hit Spiritomb. Spiritomb. We are fully physically defensive. Gengar. Dazzling Gleam does 67%. That's from a Timid. Let's check Modest. Nope. So we switch out into Hurricane here. And he's gonna Focus Blast. So we can Sucker Punch. Oh, he's Leftovers. Does Foul Play kill you? Foul Play does not. Sucker Punch does, though. I don't want to click Sucker Punch because I feel like that's super obvious. Let's just Foul Play. Shadow Ball. Okay, now we can click Sucker Punch. Now we can click Sucker Punch because we know he's going to go for the Shadow Ball. And I believe that's going to be GG. I think we're going to pick up the 4-0 here. We do. We pick up the 4-0. We pick up the 4-0 against Devin, coach of the Texas Nightmare. Good game. Good game, man. That was a really, really good battle. Wow, I can't believe that Storm Drain Crasilly actually like did that much. I can't believe that actually worked. Machamp putting in some decent work there. Garchomp putting in some really, really, really good work there. Spiritomb coming in clutch at the end. We actually didn't get to use Milotic at all, and we didn't get to use the weakness policy. I was kind of hoping that I thought that the Earthquake was going to pop it, but I guess since it's like technically neutral because it's rock, Crasilly's rock grass, it didn't. But that would have been really cool to get that off. If he had just Ice Beamed me with his Vaporeon, that would have been cool. But it is what it is, guys. So I do want to thank you guys for checking out the video and encourage you guys to check out the channel if you haven't already. There's tons of cool stuff over there. We are now 1-1 in the ABA, or not the ABA, excuse me, the UBC, guys. Good game again, Devin. We're coming back, guys. We're going to come back, and we're going to start picking up some steam this season. I have some free agency trades in mind that I want to do that'll start this week. So thank you guys for checking out the video again, and I'll see you all next time.